home and I told my grandmama and my granddad, I was like, this little girl acting funny toward me. They told me don't come over to the house no more and all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, it was little girls in the neighborhood, honey. We played Major Red and, you know, all that kind of stuff and dancing and just doing all that kind of stuff. And they decided I can't play with them. So I was like, whatever, honey. And to this day, honey, that bitch don't like me. And that's my damn sister on my dad's side. But don't none of them claim me and like me. They never have, and they never will. Now, you know, there was occasions that we, you know, we'll speak. They not even my friend on Facebook, honey. Speaking of Facebook, child, I got relatives don't even like me, honey. But and block me and everything else. But I'm 50 years old. I don't give a motherfucking damn, honey. Excuse my language, child. But this is my page, my YouTube, my video. I have always been crazy, so they already know. But so as you can see, I have a lot of pain in my life. Part of that pain was, I guess, the reason I slept with over 1,000 men. I mean, when you look at the age of 6 all the way up to 50, I mean, bitch, I have slept with just every goddamn body, honey. Ain't no shame of it, but I was looking for love. I was deprived. I was abused as a child, physically, by my brother. It wasn't sexual, honey. It was physical abuse because I was gay. And that's something me and my mom had an issue with because she said, I don't remember that, I don't remember that. I'm like, hell, bitch, because you wasn't in the life. You wasn't in my life. Excuse me saying the language, but that's just the way I'm feeling because I'm filming this video. But that's how I felt at the time. You wasn't in my life, so how in the hell you gonna know what's going on at the house when all of us was raised by our grandparents or whatever? But I just let her have a day, honey, because, you know, I'm like, I'm 50, honey. Who needs a mom and a dad? Because my grandmother, my grandfather was my legal mother and father who adopted me, and they were my mother and father all my life. Even though they were my physical and biological grandparents, they also adopted me since I was 6 weeks old. And that at the request of them. My mother didn't just give me away. They wanted to adopt me because, like I said, they wanted to bring me up in a mother and a father, have the mother and father figure and all of that, honey. And I'm going to tell you something, baby. If you have a grandmother, you better love and appreciate her while she living, honey. Because my grandmother, baby, she sacrificed so much for her family. She sacrificed, excuse me, for me. She sacrificed for so many people. And it's like, oh my God, man. When I went to Morehouse, because I always wanted to go to Morehouse College. My guidance counselor in 1985, I'll never forget it. She was white, but she was 19. She said, baby, you don't have the money or the grades to go to Morehouse College. You need to think about a junior college and then try to apply then, honey. So, bitch, I applied to Texas Southern University in Houston. And I went to Texas Southern in Houston. And then after I left Texas Southern, I went to the chef school because I couldn't get in Howard University. I was trying to get in Howard in Washington, D.C. Then I moved back from D.C. back to Hattiesburg. That was about in 89. And then I had this little girl, honey, that was chasing me in high school. Everybody kept telling her, girl, Gilmore is gay, honey. You don't want him, honey. Leave him alone, girl. So this little bitch she would not stop, honey, until she got to Michael Gilmore. So I said, let me get this bitch to dick so she can leave me the fuck alone, honey. So I gave her, we had sex or whatever, girl, and she got pregnant, child. And that's when I had my beautiful daughter. I have a beautiful daughter. We're not close. And she really don't know of my lifestyle. She probably heard, but she don't know. So now she do know in via video, YouTube, but because it's too painful to talk to her about it because she from the traditional school too, honey. She don't believe in gay shit at all. So I'm like, whatever. But there was a time that I tried my best to get my daughter and to get custody of her. The state of Mississippi, honey, that's a different damn breed. So after her mother passed, you know, I couldn't get her, honey. All they wanted was my child support money, which I gave her for 18 years. And she's 28 now, but I gave her, she's going to be 29 in March. Yeah, March of next year, 2017. But and so I gave her all, and I just came to a point where I terminated my rights. You know, because how can you love a child when you wasn't loved? Or I felt like I wasn't loved. I wasn't treated like I was loved. Now my mom and dad will argue different, but for me, that's how I felt. That's the pain I felt for all these years. And then this video is therapeutic for me too, because I just never just really sat down and talked about my life. You know, besides, you know, to a couple of friends, but now I have the world to see my life, and then you will see how my attitude and my gravitas and everything else falls in line. So I had to terminate my rights to my child. I love her to death. We friends on Facebook, and she blessed me with multiple grandkids, child. I think about 4, 5, 6 grandkids. So my legacy will live on. I'm so happy and so blessed to have a child, one daughter, you know, because my grandmother, she only had one child, which was my mother, and my mother had 5 kids, and she was the only child. So I gave her a child, and I have only one child. So, you know, the cycle, the generations, honey. And so I know I'm just going all around on this video, but whatever, you get the glimpse, because I'm talking about my coming out story. And I never was like in a closet. I mean, I had an easy bake oven, honey, at 7, and had all the little boys coming in the house and cooking for them and baking for them, honey. And then we get under the bed and hunch and whoo, child, and all kind of bullshit. But that was my days, honey. I love me a black man. Let me tell you something, honey. I have never in my life slept with a fucking white man, and I never will. But I love black thugs, honey, with all them damn degrees. All them degrees right there, honey. 5 degrees. I'm working on my 6 degrees. But, honey, I love me a goddamn black man, honey. Young black man, child. And I don't know why I like them young. I just really do, honey. They be legal, child. Now, they do be at least 18, honey. But yeah, they at least 18, honey. I don't give a damn, bitch. If they 18 and legal, whatever. Let me tell you about this one experience I had, honey. This boy, mama, honey, that bitch don't like me. She blocked me out on Facebook, blocked me from contacting him. I'm like, girl, he still call me every now and then. We still talk or whatever. But, and so she just don't like me like I'm the scum of the earth. And I'm like, bitch, you ain't a good mother, because, honey, as soon as your son got out of prison, honey, he went right back. Wasn't even out a week. But then you wants to block me off of Facebook, honey, for talking to this other little boy. And then you got 5 different baby daddies or whatever, 3 or whatever. But anyway, the little boy, my cousin, I love him or whatever. But so, whatever, bitch. He was fucking niggas, punks before I came in his life. So, but that's the kind of shit I had to deal with in conservative Mississippi. I'm in Atlanta, but honey, I have to fight my every little boyfriend I had. I had to fight their damn mama, honey. For one thing, I was missing. I do admit I was missing, honey. I stayed in fights, honey. Girls and boys beat my ass because of my mouth. I was just so bad, honey. And then I got a bad reputation, but I don't know where that come from, because I'm the sweetest little child. I mean, I was bad then, but it's like I've never been to prison. Now, bitch, I have been arrested 3 times, honey, but I never been to prison. That was in Atlanta. Never had a record in Mississippi, honey. Fighting bitches and all this shit in Atlanta 20-something years ago, honey. Got 3 damn records. Then had picked up a little trade, and they tried to set me up. Police, nigga-ass motherfucking police officer. Let me tell you something. Everything that I have done and achieved in my life, and I did it on my own. But, honey, one thing I despise is a goddamn nigga police officer. A black police officer. That motherfucker ruined my life. He knew I was an educator. He knew I was that. And then he tried to throw the goddamn bogus charges on me, honey. But luckily, bitch, I came because I always wanted to be an attorney. I would not accept no attorney, honey. And I went into court, baby, and I defended them charges, honey. And that shit was dismissed and thrown out. But that record still chased me, and that was 30-something years ago in Atlanta. When I went to Morris Brown back in '89 or whatever, you know, a little bit after that. But honey, and so I have never had issues with black officers. So even though white officers, all arrest records, my 3 arrest records, honey, out of 50 years, I've been arrested 3 times. But and it wasn't crime, it wasn't stealing, it wasn't drugs. I don't do drugs, don't drink, smoke, no crack, no marijuana, none of that shit. I ain't did none of that out of 50 years. But it was just picking up trade, having little boys in your house and they, honey, whatever. But them motherfuckers set me up, honey. But I pulled out Miss Pistol, honey, and I taught them a lesson, baby. And I ain't did that shit ever since then. I don't fuck around like that no more, honey. Because these little trade boys, honey, they will fuck your life up. But anyway, and plus I was an educator, I was a teacher, but not at the time. And so when you are openly gay teacher and you're trying to teach males, honey, black males and females, honey, trust me, them niggas come after you. They ruined my career in Hattiesburg. I didn't ruin my own career, bitches. They ruined it. Because they knew who I was, and then some of my classmate fucking children, they were complaining, why is that gay man, why we know him, why is he around our child? I'm like, bitch, because I passed the criminal background. I have the education, I have the experience. That's why I'm a goddamn teacher. But anyway, honey, I ain't worrying about it, honey, so I let all that go. Because I still got 6 degrees, I'm self-employed, been self-employed for 6 years, I teach online. I do grant proposals, I do business plans, I own a charity, I'm a founder of a charity, I own 100 businesses, honey. They ain't making no money, but I'm a founder of that. I'm working on a mall project in Atlanta, I'm working on a hotel and a residential tower project, I'm working on building a new black university in Atlanta, a lot of stuff that I try to do between Mississippi and Atlanta. But all of that is part of my, my pain, my pleasure, my purpose, which is the title of this video. So, as you can see, I'm kind of rambling on because I'm trying to put my life story out of 50 years into a 15-20 minute video. So it's kind of hard to do that. So, but I'm only talking about, my coming out or whatever. And so, the younger generation coming up, I don't know, honey, let me tell you something. I have marched. Listen to that, Mama Gilmore, honey. I have marched with Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King, honey, for y'all sissies, you little young sissies coming up. You better pay tribute to the Queen Mother, honey, Gilmore, honey, because I came out when nobody else was out in Mississippi, honey, and Atlanta and everywhere else, honey. So I paved the way for you young punks on YouTube. So y'all better appreciate me, Mama, honey, because I paved the way for y'all gals, honey. I've been in the community. I was fighting for gay rights, honey, way back before it was popular. But anyway, honey, so, but yeah, my life has been, filled with pain. Like I said, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. That's why I was sleeping with any and everybody, honey. Married men, preachers, deacons, shit, public officials. Hell, I don't give a damn who they were. Long they had a big dick, honey, I was happy, child. But anyway, so I have my life is very complicated, very complicated. What else about me? Education. I'm known as a career student. I have a BA from Morehouse. I have a Master's of Art from Farrington. It was this little online school, honey, that I thought it was credit. Let me tell y'all something. When you do them online studies, make sure your goddamn degrees are accredited, regional accredited. Because the school was national accredited, but it was a regional accredited. So, hell, I'm thinking I'm getting this master's and this doctorate program out of 2 years, and the damn school ended up it was accredited, but international accredited. So, hell, I didn't know nothing about accreditation. So, honey, here I am known as Dr. Gilmore, honey. And everybody was doing my background check. They was like, no, bitch, this is a diploma meal. I was like, diploma meal? What is that? So, so yeah, one of my masters and doctor, 2 of my degrees are non-traditional. That means I got it online. or whatever, because you know everybody a damn doctor now, honey. So all these gospel stars ain't been to nobody